everyone, and welcome back to Lucky Loaders 15, where I'll be giving you 2 tips for tomorrow's racing, where I'll be focusing on all-weather finals day at Lingfield. Now, before I go into them, let's quickly just recap on how our selections performed today. In the end, it was a little bit of a bizarre day, I felt, here on my YouTube channel. We did end with a winner, thanks to Lady KK at Foss Lass. She was a very impressive winner for Lorcan Williams, and Jeremy Scott absolutely bolted up, and be interesting to see what the handicapper does with that mare. But yeah, she got us out of a little bit of a hole today, as our other selections really did run well below par. I'll start with my nap at Weatherby. That was Buckspin, who had been weak in the market throughout the day, but then in the last 10 minutes or so before the off, the market came back for him and he was very well supported. He was round about 4-1 supported into 5-2, but he couldn't justify favouritism at all. He was travelling okay for a long way, you know, but then when he needed to go with the leaders, he just didn't have the gears and just went out like a light bulb, really. Very disappointing. Maybe it's his wind issues that I did mention previously in the video, that he'd had a wind up and that maybe that just found him out today. But yeah, it was very disappointing, and it'd be interesting to see if anything comes out in the stewards' reports. The other selections that ran for us today, Off the Hook for the Skeltons, very similar, went out like a light bulb. Was actually very well supported, but I guess that was down to the multiple bets that were going on Harry Skelton's ride. But yeah, no excuses for that one, really. Scorpion Hayes did go to the front from the beginning of the race, and I thought that would suit him, but yeah, I don't think he was happy once a couple of the others started coming in and around him. There was a bit of an argy-bargy match at a couple of points during the race, and I think once he started getting into that, he just sulked and he just threw in the towels. So yeah, he was disappointing, and he did drift as well. And the other one that was a little bit bizarre was King's Monarch. He was my selection in the West Wales National. Was weak earlier in the day, but then in the last hour or so before the race, the money did come for him. I think he went off around about 9-1 in the end. We put him up at 14-1, and yeah, he travelled well at the beginning of the race. You know, I thought, okay, he's in a good position, he seems to be jumping well, but then as the race unfolded, he made a couple of clumsy mistakes and just got set back from the rest, and was just disappointing. But yeah, thanks to Lady KK, it didn't make the day too bad overall. Yes, we were slightly down for the day, but it could have been a lot worse if she hadn't won. But yeah, that's the way it goes. Sometimes funny old day, but at least we ended with a winner, and hopefully we can build on something for all-weather finals day tomorrow. I love this day in the calendar. Shame obviously we didn't have it last year because of COVID, but it's always one I look forward to. Lots of good competitive racing, and hopefully we can find a couple of winners there for you tomorrow. So we're going to be starting tomorrow in the 3:45 race, which is the 3-year-old final, and this is where my next best is going to be coming from, and that is Apollo 1 for Martin Harley and Peter Chamboralis. Hopefully I've pronounced his surname right, but yeah, Apollo 1, I couldn't understand why he wasn't a favourite at all for this race. He's actually available at the time recording at 9-2, which I do think is a generous price there, and I'm going to recommend a 1-point win bet as my next best. Now, on ratings, he comes out as the best horse in the race. He's got a rating of 104. He's only £1 higher than Mighty Gurkha, but I thought his win last time in the listed Spring Cup is the best form on offer in this race. He did well that day to beat Magallan over 7 furlongs. So Magallan was travelling home really strongly and is a warm favourite for the listed race at Newcastle tomorrow, and it'd be interesting to see if we can get a form boost there. But yeah, I thought Apollo 1 did very well last time, and it was a good intuitive ride by Martin Harley, who keeps the ride tomorrow. But yeah, that was a good run, I thought, and he kicked at the right time. Now, like I said, that was over 7 furlongs, and this horse is going to be dropping back to 6 furlongs, but that shouldn't be an issue. This horse did win a conditions race at Salisbury last year over 6 furlongs, so that shouldn't be a problem at all. This horse as well has got loads of speed, which I think will play to his strengths tomorrow, so I think he's got a very good chance in this race. Some of his juvenile form form from last year was pretty smart, and I think he's been, like I said, underestimated here. Now I think the race could play out tactically very well for him. You're going to have Mighty Gurkha in there, who's in stall 7, and Holly Doyle is going to want to go forward, and if she gets an easy lead out in front and goes quite hard early on, I think it could set up for Apollo 1, who's got a good draw in stall 2, to just hopefully track the pace. And I think with his turn of foot, I think he'll be able to mow down Mighty Gurkha. And also as well, he's got the stamina for further, and I think he'll be hitting the line really hard at the end. So I think there's a lot to like about Apollo 1's chances tomorrow. Some of the others in here, in my opinion, like Diligent Harry, are too short, and I've got plenty to find on ratings, and he finished second in the handicap last time out, and I think if he was going to win a race of this nature, he should have been winning that handicap last time out. I didn't think there was too many excuses for him, but yeah, I think Apollo 1 is definitely the wrong price, and I think he should be favourite come post time. So I think at 9-2, that's a bit of good value there, and I'll be disappointed if he couldn't go close to winning. So he's going to be my selection in the 3:45. We then go to my nap in the 4:15, the Easter Classic. Now this isn't an original selection, but I do think Bangkok is a good thing here. Currently available at 6-5, and I think that's a fair price. And I'm going to recommend a 1-point win bet here. It is with a couple of firms odds on, but there's quite a few firms still offering the 6-5, so you can still get that price. Definitely take it. But yeah, this horse is trained by Andrew Bolden, and Sylvester de Souza is booked for the ride tomorrow in the colours of King Power Racing. Now this horse does like it over the course and distance, has won the Winter Derby trial twice, but wasn't seen in the Winter Derby this year as he went for the Saudi Cup. Okay, he was well beaten in that, but obviously wasn't his bag, and they were really probably going down there for the prize money because it was ridiculous all the way back to last place, and it would have been, if you'd have finished last, I think you still would have won more than if you'd won the Winter Derby, so it made sense for them to have a crack at it. But so yeah, Bangkok, he loves this course and distance, and the only rival really of serious note tomorrow that he's got beat is Forest of Dean. Now he beat Forest of Dean, I thought, quite comfortably in the Winter Derby trial. Forest of Dean went on to win the Winter Derby, beating Felix, who actually ran a blinder last week at the Dubai World Cup. But Forest of Dean had the rub of the green that day, and it was a good ride by Rob Havlin, and it was quite a weak race in my opinion, whereas I think Bangkok, he's the best on ratings. He's £4 higher than Forest of Dean. I just think he'll confirm that superiority tomorrow, and I think this horse will probably go off a lot shorter than his current price of 6-5, and I don't think none of the others really have got a chance of getting involved with the first two in the market. So I think Bangkok, for me, I think he'll confirm that superiority with Forest of Dean, and I think he'll take all the beating. So they're the two tips for tomorrow's racing. If you're enjoying these videos, please remember to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe here to my YouTube channel at Lucky Loaders 15. Also as well, if you want to follow me on Twitter, that's the only place you can do so on social media. My handle is at LuckyLoader15, and if you want to find out a little bit more about myself, my website address is www.chrisloaderracing.co.uk. So please gamble responsibly. Hopefully we can have some winners on all of the finals day at Lingfield tomorrow. Please gamble responsibly, and we'll be seeing you soon.